Now look at my screen. Can you see what is on my screen right now? This is a terrorist threatening Nigerian leaders, every one of them. Can you see? I can kidnap any Nigerian government, any. Mark that word, any Nigerian word, government. If I want. This is a terror war leader threatening. You said, even, okay, if I want, even governors, the forces they send to attack me are my boys. They inform me before coming. I receive info on national security strategy. Meeting involving the President of Nigeria. They only operate if I allow them. Who is saying this? Look at his name now, the bandit kingpin, Kashala Maha. Nigerians, look at the terrorists. Telling you that he can kidnap any of these leaders. But what's even shocking me is even the guy coming out to boast about it. Why can't he just go ahead and do it first? Because that would be easier. Because even him coming to even boast about it, I don't even know how people sees this. Because I think he should even maybe try and first of all kidnap. Let's see. Because you notice that these are bandits. They have been doing this all over the years. But they never touched any of these government for our leaders. Maybe Kashala should try it. Let's see. If this boasting that is boasting, maybe, if actually he has the capacity to do that. Because I know maybe people always councillors, local government shamans, and know that yes, if he decide to do that, he will be able to, temper those individuals. He will be able to do it to those individuals. You see? But then I'm hoping maybe, let's see if he can do it. If he can do it. You see? But this is the country we are into. You see, Nigeria, even when he's saying it, remember people always say that some of these bandits, they are being sponsored by the government. Him coming right now to boast about any of those things, like about receiving info, that one 100%, we know say yes. Because under Goodluck Jonathan is one of the things that sabotage all his effort to bring security. Understand? So him coming here to say, one or two things, it is possible. But I even wonder why he's even making statement. Why can't they just read, let Nigerians see that yes, so this thing there, this insecurity is not only about average Nigerians, so it has gone from, imagine, just taking the president of Nigeria. You see? Maybe that will send a better message, right? So I don't wonder why you are even posting about it without just, taking action. Without taking action, no. Yeah? So, coming back to the issue of security, he said all the things he said, but there's something that drew my attention. That is about this sharing of info. It is one of the reasons why we cannot achieve a perfect security in Nigeria. Sabotaging. Sabotage is one of the main reasons why we can't achieve perfect security in this country. Nothing more, nothing less. Sabotaging. I repeat, sabotage. It is the major thing. It sabotage Goodluck effort. But do you know why even this time I'm not even seeing this sabotage as much? Because remember, under Buhari, when they threatened that Goodluck Jonathan, if Buhari does not win, that Goodluck as Nigeria will not be peaceful. Now, Tinubu was the one that sponsored Buhari that time. Tinubu said that is his turn. That is the one that brought Buhari. I know we have not forgotten all of those statements. We have not forgotten about them. So coming back to this security issue, a kidnapper, a terrorist telling you that he received info. I'm not sure I don't see discussion, conversation about this on the internet. Seeing people, seeing our leaders, making some statement relating to this. This guy is so way there my screen right now. Our military, they don't buy this man more than 1 million times. They will come, they will tell you that they don't buy this man. They will come, they will tell you, before you go know, the man will resurface again. the man will resurface again and continue with his what? His threat. He will resurface and continue with his threat. Our leaders, our security agents, like all this, imagine, why won't this man be receiving info? Whereby in this same country, this is the same country whereby they will what? They will arrest terrorists. They will tell you they have rehabilitated them. They are now repented Boko Haram. And they will inject them back into our forces. How do you expect them not to even be leaking informations? So it's not surprise to see this man coming to say that his voice is there. There's every possible 100% truth relating to this issue. So this is about telling you that the country we are in a big mess. We do not have what? Security in this country. We don't have security in Nigeria. That's just a simple fact. Remember, like I always say, we are just living in this country by the grace of God. Please and please, if you are just coming across this video or my platform, please hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and what? Share. Now, look at my screen one more time. Look at this headline. 104 Nigerian army personnel declared missing weeks after Boko Haram deadly attack on Borno base. How many? 104. Missing how? Were they kidnapped? Because the way the military, they release some of these things, how are they missing? They be small children. Since when our armed forces, personnel become small children, when they miss? You say they buy that when I go come and say yes, so 104 personnel that Boko Haram buy 104 personnel. It will be easy. You say that they kidnap them, we go no say yes. Then you say just soldiers, now them drop their weapons and run away. So the Nigerians go nowhere would they in this country. Apart from the family members of those soldiers, they drop some of these statements. How are they missing? That should be the question. They be small picking. If they were kidnapped, say they were kidnapped. You say that they buy that. You go to say yes, they buy those personnel. Some of these languages they use, our military uses. And they are trying to make sense out of the statement. But people still finding the word more confusing over and over and over again. Our military, our government, it is high time they begin to come plain whenever making some of these announcements. Now there is another important message. This is an issue of Omoyele Sowore. You see, look at this because there's something that confuses me. It is not about his arrest alone. I know that this is politically motivated. But there's something that confuses me so much about this Omoyele Sowore. His arrest, bail, and also both Nigerian court. Look at the headline. Court, before going further. Okay. Look at it. Court grant Omoyele Sowore 200 million bail. Order him to deposit his international passport and provide 2 sureties. The Federal High Court granted the activist bail in the sum of 200 million with 2 sureties in like sum. One surety must be a traditional ruler from Sowore's community, while the other must own a verified property in Abuja. Do you know what shocks me, what surprises me about it? Can you see the amount of money they are calling? Because our law court, the amount of money they call, I can't the word that people that actually pay this. And if Sowore they pay all this amount of money and they continuously, going and coming out, how does all this money comes? How does he make the money? Because it's surprising. All this thing they shock me. The way where Sowore they go, this Kuje prison, they come out, and the kind of amount of money. Not only Sowore, the way where our law court they all this kind of amount of, I wonder, people that actually pay this. And before you go, no, you don't do come out. How long did it take? Say, don't even do, don't come out. Because, no, seriously. I don't know whether other Nigerians, they question these things. I don't know whether only me, they shock. See? Because this amount of money is so huge for somebody to pay, and you keep on going to court to defend yourself relating to this same case. Please, on my comment section, tell me how they did it run and how they did it do it. Because even on my election will look at the fee for this man. I don't know how wealthy Omoyele will be. I don't know how wealthy when him be. But to be sincere, this amount of money is so much. It's so huge. For somebody to be paying, no, it's 200 million. You sometimes say 5 million, 10 million for bail and other stuff. Please, on my show, I would like you to clarify how these things, how they take it run. You see? And I have not, try to research more to know, but I know you as an activist. But things like this is somehow confusing, seeing it on daily basis, from you. You see? Aside from Moele Showole, there is another case. But remember, like I always say, this is the first time coming across any of my platforms. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and word here. Now, this is something about our education. But before that, I think there's something that happened in that should be Osun State, right? Okay, let me play it first to understand where this thing happened. It should be in Osun State. Students that the army invaded into their hostel. Let's see. We need to start from this student. I think he will be the one.
My name is Ademola Jesu, student of Washington State University. I was in my hostel cooking when I noticed they were around. Later, everything died down and we started hearing noise again. They started burning their toys. They started putting their toys to my room. And I was like, who is there and why are you doing this? The next thing, they asked me to come open my door. I opened the door and it was like, how many are we inside? How many are we inside the room? And I was like, yeah, so my roommate was not around. Then I'm the only one inside the room. He pinned me to my room's toilet door. Pinned me to the door, and he was like, I'm going to like it that I should not shout. That he's going to hear anything that he's done, I should not shout. And I was like, issue, please. I had to look for a way to get out of his room and move to the door. Moving to the door, I was like, he should move out. And he said, did I want to close the door? That I should close it. One of them came in, his colleague, one of them came in with him and was like, I should calm down. That I would like it, I should not shout. That I just had to, and when they moved, I shouted, I screamed. So when I screamed, they moved out, the two of them, they moved out. And I had to use force to close the door. After closing the door, they came, one of my hostel mates that was there, he was the one that came to knock the door and he checked up on me. After that, he left. They came.
So, this is about what happened, the military security forces that, let's hear that should be the director or the VP of the school. So, let's hear from him also.
And we are truly wounded. As a father, as a Nigerian, as a Nigerian, I will say you should continue this for a whole day. Let the state, I don't mean Osun State, I mean the federal government of Nigeria, know that the people we have recruited to protect us have turned around to become our enemy. The people we have recruited to help us to safeguard our society have become threats to our peace as a people. The people we are supposed to call upon when we are under security threat have actually themselves become security threats against us. Yes, sir. This is not acceptable in any nation. Yes, sir. And it should not be acceptable in our university. Yes, sir. And should not be acceptable in Osogbo and in Osun State. Yes, sir. Therefore, the military top echelon has reached out to us. They actually came to campus this morning. 5 of the soldiers have been arrested. Good. Yes. Good. Five of them have been apprehended. We note that they raped our students. Yes. They harassed them sexually.
So, now this thing happened in Osun State.
And we are truly wounded.
It is not surprising at all. You know, so some people go say, hey, why this military, why do they behave like this? They are arrogant. Now, so the soldier, yes, these are the things we keep on seeing in our military. Because our armed forces are not well vetted. It is the normal thing, and we keep on seeing it. It is not about me maybe trying to look down or trying to, no. It is just a reality. Is aside from our sometimes you go say yes, they won't finally do something about education. Look at this headline: breaking news: federal government to scrap JSS and SS word. You see some of the action steps they keep on taking. Now they go realize say these people, they no get solution to Nigerian problem at all. Aside from that, there's another headline about our university. Just look at this one. Look at this lady. Let me play this one. I think it will play. You see? This is about our university, NYSC.
Speak to all the strategic aspects of the NYSC, starting from the area of the main area of deployment. How are you registering in the NYC? What modality is being used to post you to several states? How are we recognizing the areas where we have security challenges? What constitutes the period with which youth corps are in camp? We've looked to see what we need to do to recognize people's skill set, to recognize what it is that Nigeria needs from the Nigerian youth after graduating. We've segmented the NYSC across 11 different core streams. We have looked to see what are the areas that exist for Nigerian youth that Nigerian youth are interested in. So we looked to see how many streams can be done. By stream, I mean the type of additional training we can provide you as a graduate in having graduated from the university. So within the orientation camp, there's a new structure where you have the first 2 weeks, which speaks to laying a foundation on civic responsibility. You'll be made aware of what it is that civic duties means, our national values, leadership development. The next 2 weeks, we look to career mapping, basic accounting literacy, skills, business planning, access to finance. How do we access finance? And then we intend to introduce a structured career day program to enable COP members engage directly with the...
So now, because this is about a 3 to 4 minutes video, let me break down what is happening here. Now, they're making changes in our secondary school. They're also making changes relating to youth corps. You see, all these changes the federal government they're making is trash. Look at the other one, because you have 20 million out of dropouts. They would think it's all about combining JS and access together, removing that separation of class. That will solve the problem. This will tell you that these people do not have solution to our problem. And we Nigerians, we need to begin to talk and suggest online, not just coming to criticize them. One of the reasons for this dropping out is what high level of what poverty. Parents are so busy struggling. In fact, before you go know that you're picking or you come and join, let's survive first before talking of education. You must solve this issue of poverty in Nigeria, high level of poverty. The world is going higher and we are going down in Nigeria. You will see up to 60, 70 students or pupils in one class. How do you think they learn? Check private schools, for instance. You see some private schools, you see 20 something in one class. Teacher will be able to teach and impart those pupils. And in Nigeria, you will jump pack a full class and you tell me that you want them to learn, you want to teach them how. How do you expect them to learn? Because these people, I don't think they have brain. And coming to this issue of youth corps, things you are supposed to teach in school, let me tell you, if you like all these streams, 11 streams and that, within 6 weeks, you want them to learn financial literacy, choose their own stream. If you are into law, what they didn't teach them, what they did not learn within 4 years, you want them to learn in a space of 6 weeks and not understand the people we have in Nigeria. Now, these people now don't want to change the system of education to the best. This lady and this man now don't want to work on our education in order to change how bad our education system is. All these things I'm seeing on my screen right now. Because when I look at all this now, I begin to wonder the kind of human beings we have, the leaders we have, the ministers we have. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, these are proven that there's no hope coming from your own angle. Look at how students, they will jump back. How do you think teachers teach? Some of the teachers, they can't even give an assignment because the numbers of students is so much to give assignment and for you to mark. I'm telling you with experience because I was. What do they do in university? They will now begin to do more 70% were practical. Right now in the world, we are now in a practical world, not in a theoretical world. Time of theory has gone. In Chinese, in Europe, in America, they devote more time on practical, rather than theory. And here is this people, look at this one, say one stream of this and that in 6 weeks. Let's say you are into mass comm. It is time they devote more time doing more practical on how to be good journalists than this theory keep on talking in the classroom. They say to medicine engineering, so on and so on, computer science, computer engineering. It is time 70% practical, 30% for theory. You see that things will begin to change. And also in secondary school, what do they need to do? The schools need more funding. Destroy all those schools that is out of shape need to be fixed. Sometimes in the afternoon time, you can't even learn in some class. So like I always say, if this is the first time coming across my platforms, do hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and what? Share.